That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. That isn't collapsed too far, but it's adequate to get back up.
Roger, we copy.
It's a pretty beautiful view. Isn't that something? Magnificent sight out here. Magnificent desolation.
Jim's students have built and launched over 100 model rockets each year. Along the way, we're going to create the tools that science educators everywhere can use to advance STEM education. We're here tonight to talk about the future, right? And somewhere out there, in some school in America, I'd like to think, there's a student who's going to be the first person to step on Mars. Students to take more than just the classical educational or engineering curriculum, that we can help expand their horizons. At the master's level, we're working with the international. You know, we're at an inflection point right now. We're at an inflection point in a couple of different ways. First, we've talked about exploration, right? We are now, as a nation, I think as a global exploration community, ready to commit to exploration beyond the Earth. And that's new and that's fascinating. The second thing that may be even more important is I think we're at the dawn of an age of commercialization of space. And so these two things combined make space more exciting today than it has ever been in the past. And I think it's an exceptional time right now to be getting involved in space, whether it's as a kid, as an adult, as a young professional, even as somebody in the industry. We have more opportunity today than we've ever had in the past. If you think about it, Mars is just a wonderful blank palette for educational lessons, because when we talk about a new civilization or a habitation permanently on Mars, any kind of problem that's a technical problem, or whether it's a social sciences problem, almost any kind of problem is more fascinating if you put it on Mars. So I think that's where the inspiration comes from.
Here's the thing, when we talk about space exploration, it doesn't mean everybody has to go, right? Everybody doesn't have to want to go, but it's really about how you can use it as a jumping off point for doing something really challenging. I always say kids love space and dinosaurs, right? And each one of them, if you think about it, it's about who we are, right? Where we came from. The dinosaurs, because they go back to time where we're sort of like, how did we begin? And space is something that's bigger than we are, that connects us with the universe.
We have had the opportunity to learn from each other and learn how each other operates and to help each other along the way.
I'm inside of something that's called a lower body negative pressure device. And what that is, it's a big tube, and I'm sitting inside of it. And
today, around the world, kids have images of things that are not so hopeful. And so what we really have to do is to figure out how to bring something that's more hopeful into view. We have to think about this planet we're on. You see, the whole thing is nothing's going to make it unless we figure out we're Earthlings, right? Unless we figure out we share this planet. And so it's really about giving some kind of collective effort that's bigger than any one individual, but that helps us see ourselves as maybe a species on a single planet.
You know,
I've seen a lot of different things happen. I saw the landing on the moon. I saw the shuttle. I've seen space station. I've seen landings on Mars. You know, all those things are exciting. Every one of those steps is pretty incredible. But the idea of another planet so far distant, so incredibly far distant from Earth, yeah, it's the most exciting thing.
Creating what I think are true state-of-the-art educational products. Jim?
The entire thing about going to Mars, the entire idea of going to Mars is really about inspiration. It's going to take all kinds of technical problems have to be solved, but the big problem has to be how do we inspire people to study and to think about these problems and their solutions. If we can inspire kids to really get into science, technology, engineering, the arts, and mathematics, I think we gain, even beyond going to Mars, I think we gain in our economy. I think it just does so many things for our country and for our world.